starting like 4 years ago, we have started like working on our programmatic strategy. Since then, we thought that programmatic will be the main driving channel for transactions of OTT inventory. So recently, our acquisition of DataZoo DSP is part of that strategy. Through the acquisition, obviously now advertisers have a full self-service kind of platform that will allow them to run their campaigns, optimize them, do very efficient measurement in very omni-channel fashion and not specifically on our platform. One of the main differentiators obviously is that the OneView DSP will allow advertisers and agencies to reach the Roku households, about like 39.8 million active accounts today. And thanks to the awesome device graph that we have on the DSP, you can extend that reach actually to 105 million households through executing an omni-channel platform campaign. So that's how I think the strategy moved from its inception, where we started selling our own inventory programmatically, and we can talk about that also, to creating an actual marketplace and providing tools as the DSP to the buy side.
So tell us how you sell inventory, the kind of inventory that's available. I'm sure it's mostly all available, but selling it direct, selling it through bidding, how you sell it, and also your relationship with SSPs.
Yeah, of course. So Roku is in an interesting position because we act as a publisher. We have our own inventory that we sell, but also we have the platform itself, and we act as obviously, hopefully, a main agent on behalf of all of the publishing community to help them monetize their inventory. So as I mentioned earlier, our programmatic strategy started a little bit over 4 years ago. We understood from the beginning that all ads eventually will be running through the programmatic channel. But when we set our strategy, we didn't want to mimic what happened in display, mobile, and video channels, but rather the focus on the differentiators of the OTT platforms and also on the content owners' differentiators too. For example, we do have our registration data. We want to help advertisers and agencies be able to reach the right audiences in a deterministic fashion. So we focused on that and ensured that we package our inventory in a fashion that would allow them to reach the, as I mentioned, almost 40 million households on our platform. To your point about how we sell our inventory, from the get-go, we wanted to build on the strong relationships that we have with the agencies. Agencies buy from us directly. They know exactly where we source our inventory from, 100% brand safety associated with that. We sell our inventory in programmatic guaranteed fashion, or also in PMP fashion. We do not sell our inventory in the open exchange. And I talk a lot to publishers on our platform. Seldomly, publishers do sell their inventory, Roku inventory, on the open exchange too. The main reason for that is that the buy side does not have enough signals to be able to evaluate and an impression that they see on the open exchange. So it's much easier and much more efficient to run most of the transactions either through PG or PMP deals. To your questions regarding SSPs, Roku works with most of the supply side platforms. Most of our work is focused on ensuring that they are able to provide the best services to our publisher community, helping them ensure that their inventory is always valued at a high CPM. Also that these entities are aligned with the Roku ad platform guidelines, as well as ensuring that the privacy of our users is taken care of. We work hand in hand in making sure that we grow the ecosystem and help scale the programmatic transactions in general.
I wanted to ask you about header bidding, and it's early on. There's a lot of discussions about it. What do you think the opportunities are around header bidding and CTV?
Yeah, interesting questions. And I think to your earlier point, I think it's definitely early days on that. In principle and in abstract, header bidding is probably a good solution for both the buy side and the sell side. On the buy side, obviously, an agency or a DSP will be able to access a lot of inventory, improve their reach, and reduce the fact that they have to reach out to each publisher and build a relationship with them before accessing that inventory. On the supply side, obviously, this is one tool to help publishers sell their inventory in an efficient fashion and access a lot of demand that potentially they don't have access to today. Now, I should probably highlight, I'm going to put my technical hat for a second, on the within OTT, implementing header bidding is slightly more probably difficult than in display and video, for the main reason that a lot of the inventory right now resides within apps that carry live content. And whoever says live, it means perfect user experience, no latency, no blockages whatsoever. So by introducing another hop in the impression lifecycle through header bidding, as a publisher, you want to make sure that you're not introducing any latency. So far, obviously, a few vendors have released their solutions. I personally didn't test them, but I imagine they're mainly focused on that, on reducing any possible interruption of service or latency.